this last
Okay.
caller, Will. The
Hello,
last.
caller. What's your name?
Yeah.
Where are you calling from? You there, caller?
Hi, hello.
Hello. What's your first name? Where are you calling from?
I'm here. Yeah, hi. My name is Brody. I'm calling from Massachusetts.
You say Brody?
Correct.
Okay. How you doing, Brody? What do you think about all of this?
Yeah, I wanted. Well, I'm concerned about terrorism going on here. I think Iran definitely is looking to do some bad things, but I sleep well at night and feel very assured that our new head of counterterrorism. A lot of people aren't familiar with him. It's a guy named Thomas. I think you pronounce his last name Fugate, and Trump put him in place about a month ago. His background is stellar. He's 22. He graduated college just a year ago. He worked in a grocery store and he did landscaping. And oh, by the way, he's a big Trump fan. Don't you feel good having him doing counterterrorism for us?
Okay, I think this is a joke.
So I'm pretty sure there's more background to him than him working at a grocery store because.
No, that's about it.
Huh? I'm pretty sure there's more.
No, that's about it.
I'm pretty sure there's. So you mean to
Trump
tell me that
hires,
President Trump is taking someone with no experience, no information about anything, and putting him over the counterterrorist unit of the United States of America?
That's right, you cultist.
Wow.
I'm glad you find it funny.
Wow. You know what? Because I don't believe you. It doesn't. You would admit it doesn't make any sense. So would you say that the
Will,
auto pen would do a better job then? We should just hand it over to the auto pen. Right?
Why don't we talk about Steve Witkoff's background? You want to talk about Steve Witkoff?
No, I'm just saying. So we should just hand it over to the auto pen because apparently you think that the auto pen could do a better job, right? Would you agree to that? That the auto pen could do a better job?
I mean, obviously, Trump is the final say.
Compared to this 22-year-old, possibly. But how about, can we talk about Steve Witkoff?
What about Steve Witkoff?
The guy heading up all. Yeah, he's got an impressive background, too. No background in diplomacy, no background in Iran or Russia and the other places he's dealing with, no background in foreign affairs, but he's really good at selling condos in New York City. Perfect background.
Well, isn't it interesting? Isn't it interesting that like President Trump was never a politician?
Yep, I was just gonna say that.
And President Trump comes into office and he's done better than every single president throughout
Obama,
the history
by the way,
of this
didn't
nation.
have much experience
I think
either.
you're proving a point here.
Obama didn't have much experience either.
I think you're onto something here. I think you're onto something because President Trump was not a politician and he's actually changing the country for the better.
Absolutely.
I think you're onto something.
Maybe
I think we should continue down this path.
Maybe he can put Kid Rock in charge of the economy.
Hey, you know what? Because I like that idea too, because everybody else that claims to be on top of the economy, claim to know everything, what's best for everybody.
To where we are now.
They've done so much damage. Look at the guy that's over the
You're
feds.
You're actually making a really good case.
I mean, look at the guy over the feds right now.
That we actually need people that aren't normal, everyday politicians to run our country because they seem to be doing a far better job.
Let's hire people. Let's only hire people with no experience who have no clue what they're doing, like RFK Jr., like Tulsi Gabbard.
Is that the only thing you have? Is that your talking point? I just want to make sure this is the talking point. Would you say
that Pete Hegseth, he doesn't have the qualifications either, correct?
No, I saw him do push-ups. He's awesome. He's got lots of experience. He's really good at push-ups.
Well, you know what? I think you know what I'm really happy to see is that President Trump was able to do the successful mission without any leaks coming out of the Pentagon. So that says a lot about Pete Hegseth. President Trump was able to successfully do this mission without any evidence, without any leaks coming out of the White House. They have actually got the government to function the way it's supposed to. And they've gotten rid of all of these people, these career
the leaks happened because of the liberals that were still in place.
Out of the way.
Yep, absolutely. Liberals were in place. They were leaking because they're quite frankly anti-Trump. And now they were able to eliminate a lot of those jobs and positions.
What position should Laura Loomer be?
I mean, what position you want her to be in? What position you want her to be in? I mean, what does Laura Loomer have to do with anything?
Yeah, I was going to say, what does she have to do with anything?
oh, she's only making personnel decisions for Trump. Nothing at all.
No, she's not making personnel decisions. It's the same thing
sure
with. Hold on. What? It's the same thing that happened with Elon Musk. Elon Musk didn't have access to fire anybody. Elon Musk didn't have access to change anything. He found findings, the same thing that she's doing. She finds something, then she hands it over to the appropriate authorities under President Trump, and then President Trump makes the decision. Same thing he did with Elon Musk. Same thing. So she's not making decisions on anything.
Will, I don't care what your family members say. I don't think you're in a cult. I really don't.
What do my family members say?
What, your family members?
Yeah, you just said you don't care what my family members say. I don't know what they're saying, so tell me what they're saying.
They think you're in a cult.
Really?
Why would they think that?
Really?
Yeah.
So let's get this straight. So I didn't drink the Kool-Aid, but I'm in the cult. I wasn't trying to force people to have papers, but I'm in the cult. How does that work? They were firing people because you wouldn't drink the Kool-Aid. They were firing people because you didn't have the Kool-Aid papers, and they were firing people because you refused to put a diaper on your face. But I'm the one in the cult.
Do you have any Trump signs on your lawn still?
I've never had a Trump sign on my lawn because the liberals like to destroy homes, like destroy vehicles.
Do you see Trump signs on lawns?
Here where I live, no, I don't, because there's a lot of liberals that will destroy their homes. They'll break the windows and key their cars, and like Tesla, burn them up. So we want to keep our property because liberals are destructive.
You should move to a lower economic area like a trailer park. There's lots of MAGA people there, and they all have Trump lawn signs.
Wow.
When is the last time you saw lawn signs for a politician not in the month or two before an election?
I see him for Beto, or used to. I saw him for Bernie Sanders.
Oh, you're so full of shit.
I saw him for Kamala Harris. Did he hang up?
Oh, you see Kamala Harris signs up?
No, I used to. I mean, thank God we don't see him anymore. I still see him on people's vehicles. I'm so thankful we don't see those anymore. I guess people are too embarrassed to have them in their yard now.
Hey, stupid people had them up before the election. 6 months since the election, or 9 months, or whatever it is, the cult members still have their signs up.
Well, because President Trump is in office. He won the election. I mean, some radical leftist lunatic liberals, because you see an American flag hanging from a house, you're seeing, they're still supporting Trump when they're waving American flag. You don't see that as a problem?
Well, I'm old enough to remember when we all had Ronald Reagan lawns all over our signs. All 8 years he was in office, right?
Okay. So they're doing it here with Trump.
Same with George Bush.
And they're doing it with Trump. They did it with Obama. So why is it a problem with them doing it with Trump?
I hated Obama, and guess what? Nobody did that with Obama.
Oh, yes, they did. I lived in Arkansas at the time, really? And when I moved to California, people had Obama signs in their yard. Heck, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Before wait a minute. Hold on. And my producer, she can tell you this, and this is factual. Before I transitioned and God healed my mind from a Democrat to becoming a MAGA Republican, I had an Obama sign in my yard.
I was going to say, that is so true. That's so true.
I had one. And I'm like, now I look back at it, I tell everybody because I learned from my mistakes. So what are you saying here?
I'm saying you're in a cult. I'm saying that Trump hires only the worst people, and we are screwed.
Well,
that
Brody,
we have utter morons and idiots like Thomas Fu. Do me a favor. When your show's over, why don't you go on Google or ChatGPT and go read up about Thomas Fugate? It's very impressive.
Well,
He's head of our counterterrorism.
I think I will look it up, but you know what? I think Tom Homan, what he's doing, is doing a phenomenal job. So, well, Brody, look, Brody.
Noam's doing a phenomenal job. Rubio's doing a phenomenal job.
Brody, hold on, Brody. Yeah. Brody, I want to say thank you for giving me a call. I really appreciate your call. I really do.
You know, there are cult deprogramming programs out there. You might want to attend one.
Would you like to put me in a FEMA camp until I can be reprogrammed before I come back out in society? Would you like to see that?
No, because that's kind of what the Trump administration is
no,
doing
they're
to
not.
people right now.
No, they're not.
No,
are
not,
you suggesting that President Trump is picking up American citizens and deporting them? Are you suggesting that?
Oh, yeah, he's doing that, and anyone else that gets caught.
What American citizen has President Trump deported? What American citizen has President Trump deported?
I can't give you the specifics
because there are none. There are none. I mean, come on, man.
I'm making it up.
Come on, you know there are none.
Hey, I don't look. Get these people all out of here. I don't care if they ship off some people that shouldn't be. I don't care as long as it's no one I know. I don't care if innocent people are thrown in El Salvador in jail. Just make sure it's no one I know.
MS-13 is not. They're not innocent people. They're not innocent people.
Not everyone they're sweeping up is in MS-13 or
well, everyone that they're sweeping up came in the country illegally. They're not innocent.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So they should be in an El Salvadoran prison, right?
Well, they anywhere but here.
Yeah.
Now,
put them in a. Yeah, I think we should put it. I think anyone coming here to look.
Now, if they want to come, sir, if they want to come the proper way, if they want to come legally, we welcome them. But if you come illegally, then you got to suffer the consequences.
And when we deport all these people, are you going to pick the crops?
That's racist. That is 100% racist.
Why is that racist?
Because what did the slave masters say about Abraham Lincoln freeing the slaves? Who's going to pick our crops? Who's going to do our lawns? Who's going to clean our clothes? Who's going to do these jobs that we don't want to do?
Actually,
that's the exact same thing that the racist white Democrats said in the past, and now here you're saying the same thing in 2025.
They actually came out and said that less than 1% of these illegals are actually picking crops.
It's the fact that you're
actually less than 1% of these illegals are picking crops. There's going to be absolutely no impact when these people leave. Most Americans are actually doing the jobs that these illegals are doing. That's an actual fact because there are more Americans here than there are illegals.
Hey, stupid! Half the people.
Oh, hold on, wait. So look, we haven't said anything about calling you stupid or anything like that. So we're not going to do that. I mean, I appreciate you calling, but I haven't called you any names. Is that the liberal way? Because you start losing the argument, you start calling names.
I know you hate name calling because our president would never do such a thing.
No, but I haven't called. We haven't tried to disrespect you. So why would you resort to that? Is it because you're losing the argument?
I'm following Trump's lead.
Wait a minute, but so what you're saying is you're no better then? Is that what you're saying?
I'm a piece of crap like President Trump. Wait, I gotta go.
But I would tell you this: you are 100% racist. For the very fact that you make that statement, you want slave labor. It's like liberals love slave labor. That is a problem. But thank you so much for the call.
Well, I think your kid should go pick the crops then.
You want slave labor. You want slave labor.
Yeah, what are your kids doing? They shouldn't go to college or something woke like that. Go have them pick crops.
I don't want to be indoctrinated because you send them there. You don't even know what a woman is. I mean, come on. You don't even know what a woman is.
Do an honest day's.
You don't even know what a woman is. Can you tell me what a woman is?
It's someone a biological male playing sports for women.
So you can't even say it. Can't even bring yourself to say it.
Quick, can I ask you a question
this just shows that the disconnect from reality. There is a true disconnect from reality.
Regarding
disconnect.
Biological men and women.
And the main reason why you don't want to acknowledge what a woman is because of TDS. I mean, that's the reason why you don't want to do it.
Pussy, all right?
I'm sorry?
It's a person with a pussy, okay?
A female that can bear children.
Only
women can bear children.
That's
correct.
What it is. Tell me something I don't know.
Obviously, you didn't know.
Why do you think I'm a Democrat?
I know you're not a Democrat. You're a Democrat.
a Democrat, right?
Okay, I gotta let you go.
So yeah,
thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the call, Brody. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Call again. Call again. I gotta let you go. Take care. Take care. All right. Wow. I do appreciate the call, but when you get to the name calling because you start losing the argument, then it becomes a different subject, Okay, one more caller here. One more caller.
Yeah, here we go.
Hello, caller. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello.
Hello.
My name is Gina. My name is Gina.
Gina. Where you calling from, Gina?
I'm calling from Washington State. Hate it here.
maybe you should trade places with Brody. But what do you think about all of this?
Well, I think this guy is full of crap that you just had on.
Uh-huh.
And I am a MAGA supporter, and I am a Trump supporter since 1982.
Wow.
And I'm sickened by these people that talk about the illegals. I was